In this section, guys, I want to go and show off 10 of my top favorite comic book covers. I want to show you guys basically to maybe entice some of you, be like, oh wow, that's a really cool cover. I want to check it out. You know, I'm going to go to eBay or check out my local comic book store, see if they have it. Because these ones, I'm actually really proud to display. And if I could display them on my wall somehow, maybe I'll figure out a way shortly, maybe in a few months, to figure out how I can display this in my house. But anyways, I'm babbling on. This is my top 10. First one I'm going to start off is with number 10. The one I chose, Deadpool, Murder with a Mouth, number 12. This, guys, I'm pretty sure most of you know, this was a famous kind of redo of a music album, which is a music group called Nirvana. Back in the early 90s, they did somewhat a similar cover to this, but Arthur Saddam, because he's one of my favorite artists. Why? Because he does awesome zombie covers. So this again, guys, is done by Arthur Saddam, and it's Deadpool inside the water chasing after a taco. That's just awesome. That's just pure awesome, guys. I really love this cover. Next one, guys, Justice League number 2. Now I'm pretty sure a lot of you know this just came out, Rick. I don't know why it's in your top 10. You have so many other good comics, but guys, you don't understand. This is a really good cover. Jim Lee is the actual sketch artist or the cover artist of this entire book and cover, like I mentioned. And the green, the blue, the neon green, it just goes awesomely, if that's a word. Yeah, it's gonna be a word today. Awesomely, okay? And you know me, guys, I love versus. I love battles when it goes against superhero versus superhero or villain versus a villain. Even though I know it's pretty current, I know a lot of you don't like DC, especially the New 52, but if you push all that back, guys, and just look at the artwork and the color and just the action shot, it is a really nice cover. That was number 9. Moving on to number 8, Batman, number 6. Now, again, another DC 52. This one just came out a few months ago, but you can't go wrong with Greg Capullo. I have a few art pieces of Greg Capullo that this was a really hard decision which one to actually pick out. And the reason why I picked this to be my number 8 was because of Batman. I love Batman, and I've never seen Batman like this or drawn like this. He's freaking out. The storyline with Scott Snyder, the way he's actually writing the story, works perfectly with how Greg, you know, how he draws and contrasts Batman in his artwork. So that's why I chose it to be my number 7. Next one, guys. I'm sorry, number 7? Yeah, number 7. Next one is number 6. Batman, issue number 423. Now, in case some of you don't know, guys, this cover was actually drawn by Todd McFarlane. That's right. And I'm pretty sure, guys, you can tell with its rough corners, its cape, his eyes, that's a Todd McFarlane cover. Why? Because that sure in hell looks like Spawn, doesn't it? This comic book, guys, I love the story and I love the actual artwork on the cover. The inside was, it was okay. It was alright. Standard, you know, 80s type Batman. But the cover really blew me away, and then as soon as I read the storyline, it was awesome. The storyline basically consists of Batman. He gives this impression that he's this one badass superhero that doesn't care. He'll go and he'll cross the line when it comes to chasing criminals. Well, this story actually tells basically a softer side of Batman, and where he rescues 2 orphan children and takes them into his own care until he can find a foster home because he feels bad for these children. I picked it up for like maybe $5 at my local comic book store, and it has to be in near mint condition. Corners are sharp, there's no dings, no dents, nothing. If I had to grade this, I'd probably grade it a 9.6 or 9.8, to be honest with you. Next one, number 6. This is number 6 for sure. Sorry, I'm losing count. Number 6 has to go to The Incredible Hulk number 333. And again, another Todd McFarlane cover. This one, guys, is awesome. I mean, again, you can tell. I mean, is he trying to hint? Is Todd McFarlane trying to hint that Spawn's going to be coming out pretty soon? Again, this is a pre-Spawn. Spawn wasn't developed yet. He was still writing the Incredible Hulk. And I just love this black in here. This black with, of course, the eyes and the mouth. And he's basically the Gray Hulk. The storyline doesn't really depict as he's going to hit a girl. It's nothing like that. It's just, the storyline was really good because it talks about bullying. If you have a small kid right now, you understand that bullying is kind of playing a big role in today's children, especially in society. And this is really, really good, especially it actually touched base in that story, or at least in this genre right now. Because there is a, I don't want to say villain, but there is a sheriff in here in this storyline that pretty much thinks he's above the law, he's badass, no one can really hurt him. He's a big guy, okay? So he goes and he arrests Banner. He kind of pushes Banner around in jail, and then he turns into the Hulk, and then they fight, okay? And basically the Gray Hulk shows him, hey, who's boss? You may be a big man in your town, but I'm even bigger, So check it out, Incredible Hulk number 333. Next one, number 5. Fear Itself number 2, variant cover. This cover, guys, is pretty hard to find. When it first came out, it was pretty much everywhere, but it had a sales price of about $100. $125. It lowered in value, of course. I got it a few months later. I believe I paid 75 bucks for it. But nowadays, if you want to try to find this one, it's pretty hard to find a really good conditioned Fear Itself Volume 2. As you can tell, the cover does depict Captain America on the floor, pretty much broken, especially as you can tell his unbreakable shield was finally broken. And yes, in this storyline, guys, in the Fear Itself storyline, yes, it is true his shield was actually broken, but not until later on in the story. I believe it was book 6 or book 7 where it was finally broken, like the impossible was done. It was actually broken by a god. Not going to say who if you haven't read the story. But I really, really love this cover. It gives the impression that, hey, this is Captain America, big time superhero, but he's hurt. He's down. We got to come out and rescue him. And it was a really good story, guys. I really enjoyed it. And this cover kind of just did it for me. It was like, I need that cover. I want that cover. Anyways, that's number 5. Number 4. Amazing Spider-Man number 328. Yep. Has 2 of my favorite comic book characters here on the cover. And what do you know? Spider-Man is actually, in this story, he's actually getting the best of the Hulk. Now, there's a specific reason why. I'm pretty sure a lot of you know why he's actually getting the best of the Hulk. I'm not going to spoil it for all you new comic book goers out there, but it's a really good story, and I'm actually surprised because we all know Hulk is one of the most powerful there, and Spider-Man pretty much getting the best of the Hulk. It's a really good story. Again, another Todd McFarlane story. But you know what? This cover wasn't doing it for me. Even though it's a really, really good condition cover, I would say maybe low 9s, I wanted something better. I got something better. Amazing Spider-Man, again, number 328. In 9/8 condition. A really, really cool looking book. I had to get a 9/8. So yep, it's on my wall, of course. And hopefully I'll be able to get Todd McFarlane's autograph on this as well as Stan Lee. Hopefully. Because again, we all know Stan Lee created both characters. So it'll be kind of a good little signing addition to this, but maybe one day. Number 3, Avengers versus Justice League America, number 4 of 4. The reason why this is one of my favorite comic books, guys, close to one of my favorites, or being the all-time favorite, was because, check that out, Superman holding up Captain America's shield and Thor's hammer. Awesome. That's pure awesome. This is a George Perez comic book, guys, cover, and comic book art also inside the interior art. And I do plan on taking this to Comic-Con and having George Perez sign this. This book, guys, I would have to say it's in 9/8 condition. I'm going to have George Perez sign this and take it to CGC for them to, of course, authenticate it and grade it. And I'm sure I'm gonna get a 9.8 on it, and it's gonna go on my wall. It's an awesome, awesome book. And to be honest with you guys, being the fact that it's a versus, I really, really enjoyed it. And I'm not too quite sure if a lot of you have read this storyline, but this cover is actually somewhat truthful when it comes to the storyline. Superman does in some way pick up Thor's hammer, or at least he negates it, he blocks it, he pushes it away. It's a pretty good story. I know a lot of you are wondering, especially you new comic book goers, you know, who's more powerful, Thor or Superman? Even the Hulk or Superman? Well, you need to check out some of these, and some of these DC versus Marvel, especially this Avengers versus Justice League. It's a really good story. Next one, number 2. Let me show you, it's actually on my wall. This is number 2, The New Mutants, number 98. Even though it received a 9.6, it's still one of my favorite comic book covers because of Deadpool. The art on it, yeah, you know, it's your standard, you know, Rob Liefeld type art, but it's a really, really cool cover, especially being that it's autographed. It's just enticing. It's a really, really cool book. And I know I've shown this one before, but again, I don't mind showing it again because it is number 2. Now guys, for number 1, are you ready? Number 1, guys, my favorite, all-time favorite comic book cover is Detective Comics number 627. Now a lot of you have seen this one already because it was in my autographed comic book video. This comic book, guys, is actually autographed by Bob Kane. This one even comes with a certificate of authenticity by Dynamic Forces. This is something I did not show off in my autographed video because I forgot. But it is certified. And Dynamic Forces is a reputable company only because they sell a lot of autographed comic books. They basically strike a deal with the artist or author, and they get the rights to basically sign or sell a designated amount of comics. As you can see here, only 227 of these were signed by Bob Kane, and I have number 161. Now guys, I haven't seen another one of these anywhere on YouTube, on eBay, and the story behind this, I know I promised Hippie Collectibles a brief story on this. It was on eBay. It was a huge lot. I would say probably a box, one huge box full of comics. It was a listing on eBay, and this buyer, the seller, actually listed a few of the comics that were in there. This one he listed, this was actually, you know, plain text. There were no pictures, no additional pictures. This one was mentioned in the text, but the very last one, small print. A lot of autographs that were basically included in this lot, this eBay lot. The total price I paid for this huge comic book lot was like $46, $45. Shipping was like 15 bucks. I had a bunch of Silver Age comic books that were valued about 20 to 30 bucks each. I took those in, I sold those. A bunch of other comic books that I have in my collection that you guys have seen that are valued about 10, 15 bucks a piece. This one I'm only rating at $200 because I have no idea how much it's worth. I'm just basically putting it in the same tier as a Stan Lee. But I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. But I pretty much paid for this comic book alone in that big box of a bunch of other stuff like 60 bucks. No one really bid on it. I believe like maybe 5 or 6 people really bid on it. I'm pretty glad I found this, especially that it has an authenticity. I'm really, really glad. So that's pretty much it, guys. That was number 1. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, hit me up, let me know. So until then, guys, thanks for watching and peace.